Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Waverley Basketball Stadium on the opening round of the BigV State Championship Women Finals. Sunbury versus the Waverley Falcons. Waverley Falcons with the first possession. They go to the basket. Can't get it to drop, and Sunbury coming back with a counter-attack. And Kelly Bowen has given away a foul in that. Apologise for the scratchy start to the game. It's somewhat crowded here at the Falcons' Nest. Check two. And it's going to be a big weekend as we see All O'Reilly drop 2 baskets for the Jets. So the Jets off to a really good start here. They're 5-0 as Bowen misses that again. Sunbury looking to make this back-to-back championships. They've finished fairly low down the ladder for them. Waverley trying to get back into the grand final after a number of years of not making it. And still the basket's not going down for the Waverley Falcons. Tegan Cunningham misses that. And again the basket goes down, and there's a timeout to Matt Bongetti, the coach of the Waverley Falcons. We'll take a very quick break and be back with you shortly. So here we are back again after that quick timeout. Falcons really struggling to put a score on the board at the moment, as Tanea Phillips still can't get it to drop. Falls in the hand of Elise Petaluma. She's got it back to her teammate. The Falcons still looking for their first basket. Petaluma. Sorry, no, Ola O'Reilly with a big three. Cunningham looks for options, gets it in Donald. Donald comes off the screen, evades Penaluma. Now it's Mocky. Her shot doesn't go, but Kelly Bowen with the rebound. 24-second shot clock goes off though, and it's a turnover to the Sunbury Jets. Good defense there from Tegan Cunningham. It's back with Donald now. Donald brings the ball down. Again looking for options. It's with Cunningham. And O'Reilly with a steal. She had Petaluma running down behind her. Instead she gets it back to Karen Harrington. It's with Harrington. Petaluma in and out. Donald with the rebound. And still nothing going for the Falcons. This time thrown out of bounds by the Sunbury Jets. Score is 12-0. 4:56 to go. Donald drives. Finally, the Falcons get their first points of the game. Penaluma shot over the top. Doesn't go. And a travel there. And a charge, Aura O'Reilly with the charge on Kelly Bowen. Cunningham to inbound the ball to Donald. Can the Falcons get back to a respectable gap? Just under 5 minutes to go. Phillips has Mocky inside and goes instead to Cunningham. Cunningham scores. O'Reilly. Over to Harrington. Back over to O'Reilly. Touched out of bounds by Cunningham. And a change on the floor as Chelsea Byrne sits down and Courtney Ragg comes on for the Sunbury Jets. Good rebound there by Kelly Bowen. Phillips drives, kicks to Mocky, scores. Six to 12. And Penaluma with the almost too easy put in. Mocky, somehow the Falcons trying to work their way back into this game. as O'Reilly's shot goes in and out. And another shot from the Falcons. Suddenly sees them going through there. And all right, so we are back, and with me is Andrew Bretherton. Welcome,
hello.
Andrew.
Good to be back after a short hiatus.
Yep, and it's we're just having a few audio issues here, Andrew, but we're sort of working our way through them, and we apologise for being a bit disorganised tonight. It's not our normal state to be in, but there's a bit of miscommunication happening as Bowen gets the ball into Phillips, and it's down to Mocky. Mocky's reverse layup, no good.
Missed opportunity there from Mocky.
It is, because in that intervening period, Sunbury Jets had managed to get the score out to 8 points, and with another 3.
And it was quite an interesting match last time this team met up too. I believe the Falcons came away with a win last time. Yeah,
they did indeed. So
shots up, no good.
Cunningham with a rebound, and Cunningham's been fouled. Looks like it's Penaluma putting her hands up there for it, but no, it was Ola O'Reilly. That will be her second foul.
So substitutions have been called.
Almost a sellout crowd here today.
Oh, good drive there.
Grace Beasley.
And she definitely made a difference coming off the bench there.
So 14:23, 46 seconds to go. We unfortunately haven't got our normal scoreboard up. We will try and get that happening for you in the next 10 minutes or so. Certainly for the second half we'll have that going.
So Jets playing quite an easy zone here. Long pass over. Mocky with it now. Good movement to Phillips. Phillips hits the 3.
And that was great ball movement there from the youngster and Grace Beasley. No look pass to her in down to deep corner.
On the buzzer.
And it's going to end up being a 10-point lead at quarter time. We'll be back after this break.
Okay, and we're back into the second quarter. Sunbury still ahead on 10. Good movement. Oh, good fake there from Sunbury. Layup going nowhere, but she found a man, and a foul there from the Falcons from Sophie Rourke, I believe. Just reaching over the top. So the Jets will have an opportunity for two. This is Josephine Stockgill. She misses her first. Now she's been shooting at 50% overall for this game. Hits the second. Oh. Pass to nowhere there from the Falcons. So it will be a Jets feed baseline. And it's been quite an intense game here from Sunbury. They're looking for a bit of redemption from last time they were here at the Falcons' Nest as they hit the three. Just putting more points pressure here on the Falcons girls. Phillips now, she fakes, she shoots. Oh, just off the rim. And Sunbury have a chance to punish. .12 seconds left on the shot clock. Oh, good ball movement there into low post. She pivots and she scores. Beasley bringing the ball up to court. To Phillips, to Mocky. Falcons, 10 seconds left on the clock. Stop shot from outside the three. Cunningham almost got her hands on it, but no good. And Sunbury just can't make it. Good ball, boards there from the Falcons. Cunningham draws the foul. So she'll go to the line for two, as Mocky will sub out for Bowen. And Cunningham, not the best game for her so far. She's shooting at about 33%. Hopefully this will increase her margin. Hits it. Hits the second. And substitution called for the Sunbury Jets. Coming on at 55, we have Elise Penaluna. And she'll definitely be one to look out for on the court today. She was quite pivotal in the last matchup we saw here at the Falcons' Nest between Sunbury and Waverley. Well, she had all the time in the world. Hits it.
Sorry, Andrew, it looks like our scoreboard is not connecting today. We'll just have to update the viewers on the audio.
Yeah, so currently Sunbury's leading on 35 with Waverley on 18.
So 7:34 to go.
And that will be the second team foul for Waverley.
Yeah, look, already it looks like it's going to be a huge task for Waverley to get back into this game, Andrew. They did a good job of getting back within 10, but hey, it's blown out yet again.
Yeah, they just kind of lost momentum there in that first quarter and let the game be dictated here by Sunbury.
Well, they didn't even start with any momentum. That was the problem. It was really only the first score for Waverley
Just off the rim. Good boards there, though.
Happened just on the 5-minute mark. And at that point, and there's a foul given away. Looks like...
It looked like...
Sophie Rourke, I think.
Rourke. I was going to say Bowen, but...
No, I think it was Rourke. So they had scored only 2 points at the 5-point mark, finished with 16. But already at that point it was a 10-point gap. And it blew out and stayed that way for the quarter, but it's blown out yet again.
So she hits 2 from 2. Oh, and a great intercept there from Sunbury. Chose to pass, maybe not the best choice there, but it's come off the Falcons, so they'll get another chance.
That was O'Reilly with that steal, and she has been outstanding so far, Andrew. Just absolutely outstanding.
And a timeout has been called to Waverley. This is their second timeout for this half, and we'll be back with you shortly. And we're back after that short timeout. So let's see what Coach Bongetti has come up with. Bongetti, sorry, I should say.
Well, Falcons have gone back into a man anyway, so they're trying to put a lot more pressure on. Yeah. And it's helped a little bit as Elise Petaluma just overshoots the mark there. Great cut, though, from her.
I don't know. I'd have to disagree because going on man, we see with the Jets that Penaluna and O'Reilly can tend to open up that man-on-man defense and get open under the ring.
They do, and that looks like it's a foul on Chelsea Burns. So this will put Tegan Cunningham at the line. Now Tegan at quarter time had only scored 2 points. So shooting on 33%, and that's not going to help her cause at all.
Yeah, so just before the break, she'd made 1 from 3. And at the moment, she's made, I think, 3 from 9.
And Falcons extending their defense down the floor there as well. And another charge. No,
that's a foul. They said her feet weren't set.
Well, okay. All right.
Unfortunately, I missed that on the replay. So it's called on Sam Donnell. It's only a first, so she doesn't have too much to worry about, although that does put the Falcons on 4 team fouls.
And one of the people you don't want to put at the line is this lady, Karen Harrington. Harrington name, of course, quite famous up in Bendigo.
Bowen doing a good job of dictating the play on the floor. Oh, she was wide open, but Rourke didn't see her. And a foul's been called. And that's called on Burns. And that will be Burns' third, putting Sunbury on 3 team fouls.
A little bit of a let-off for the Falcons there.
So Burns has been subbed off, as you would expect. Oh, right under the ring for 2. Beautifully done. Intercepted there from Bowen. Bowen will drive pretty much coast to coast. Kicks out to Cunningham. Hits the 3. Oh, intercepted. Got a pocket pick, but it's held up from Sunbury. Monkey tries to get the boards. Just can't get in, and it's finished there beautifully by Stockill. Ewan out to Ewan, didn't quite make it. Bowen shoots. Cunningham, none of the girls really in the paint helping Cunningham out there on boards. O'Reilly now. Oh, great little pass.
And the foul too, Andrew.
And you'll notice it's that little hot spot there on that upper elbow of the key where Sunbury tend to open up that Falcons defence. And you'll see it in the last few plays that Sunbury's made on the Falcons is that's that straight line to the basket where they tend to get open and punish them. So they really need to close that hole up. It may be worth going to a zone just to try and keep some of those taller girls like O'Reilly and Penaluna out of the key. But we'll see what Bongetti makes of it.
Yeah, look, it doesn't look promising. The gap has gone out to a 20-point gap. So certainly something that the Falcons wouldn't want to see. Looks like our scoreboard is actually back and going again, so we might bring the scoreboard in for you.
So as
hopefully
you can see,
it's settled down. So
Waverley's well into the bonus now with Sunbury 2 left to give.
And it's a huge crowd in the stands at the moment. I can only see a dozen or so spare seats watching this game, and it's going to be, at this stage, probably too early to call, but the signs are not looking great for the Falcons as it's gone out to a 21-point lead.
Yeah, it's pretty much standing room only here at the Falcons' Nest. We can see a lot of punters standing on the other side of the court just to try and get a piece of the action there. Oh, great hustle there from Sunbury.
O'Reilly across to Harrington. Looks for options, back to O'Reilly. O'Reilly comes off the screen. Good show there from...
oh, great pass under the basket there for 2.
And that's a perfect isolation play. Again, when you have a big like Petaluma, you can get the slightly smaller player in O'Reilly sealing down low.
Oh, she lobs over the top to Mocky. Mocky kicks outlet. Up top to Bowen. Bowen shoots a 3, no good. And that will be a Sunbury ball.
So that last play there from Sunbury was a textbook example of how to run that isolation play. And
oh, good screen there from
yeah,
Stockill. Just doing a bit of damage to the knees of Donald there. From low post, kicks out. 2 seconds left on the clock. She hits it.
And you have to defend Karen Harrington up live there.
Phillips for the 3. Falcons still a bit anxious to penetrate inside the paint.
And there's 2 for Mocky.
Especially with bigs such as Penaluna and O'Reilly making it all that much harder for them.
Makes it a little bit more respectable, but they need a lot more.
Oh, great play under the basket for 2. Opens up that Falcons defense like a can of worms. Phillips now. Falcons playing in motion. Good drive there from Cunningham. Finishes for 2. Cunningham proving why she's worth more than her salt here at the Falcons' nest, just off the rim. Kick out to Donald. Phillips now. No one really cutting through that top part of the paint there, especially when they'd drawn that defense open. But Mocky, reverse layup for 2. So Sunbury haven't really been challenged too much on their zone. 3-pointer missed. As we see Donald now. Bowen now. Good screen there from Cunningham. Oh, picked a pocket from O'Reilly. Fast break and finishes with confidence. Great work there from Harrington. Oh, and another intercept from Sunbury. Another fast break. It's 2-on-1. And O'Reilly finishes quite easily there for 2. Falcons definitely losing their kind of confidence here at the end of this half. The score has blown out 55-29. Oh, another intercept there from Scannell. And she finishes for 2. And Scannell's picked up quite a few steals. It'll be interesting to see what her steal count is at the end of this half.
And Bowen just can't connect at the moment. Don't know what her shot attempts are like, but I'll tell you what, she's absolutely struggling to get a score on the board. We'll be back ever so shortly.
Hey, and we're back.
And it looks like we've got our scoreboard going again, Andrew. So hopefully it'll stay for the rest of the game. As you can see that the Sunbury Jets are in a dominant position over the Waverley Falcons, 57-29. And there's another foul being called, this time against number 9 for the Falcons, which is Kelly Bowen. And Andrew, the story of the game so far is that the Sunbury Jets have been shooting at a masterful 60% to the Falcons 38. So they've shot at 21 out of 35. Falcons putting up 34 attempts and being successful on 13 of those. Rebound counts are pretty much the same, as the Falcons managed to eke a couple of points out of that last play.
Bowen needs to be careful she doesn't concede a foul here on Penaluna.
Yeah, so the rebound counts have actually gone the way of the Falcons so far, 18-17 with 8 offensive rebounds, as Bowen picks up another. But it's really been the story of Orla O'Reilly, Josephine Stockwell, Elise Penaluma, and Courtney Ragg, all of whom have been demolishing it.
So it will be a Jets feed. O'Reilly, kick out to Penaluna. Cross over to Skankel. It's
Stockwell, yeah.
Stockwell, sorry. Almost came off the hands of Cunningham, but Penaluna's kept it alive. Ooh, and that was a big shove from Bowen.
Yeah, but got away with it, and the ball has come off Orla O'Reilly. Orla is not impressed with that particular little passage of play there, as she just chats to Coach Kerry Karima. And Kennedy just having a chat to the ref in turn as the ball goes in. Oh, nice work there from the Falcons.
Can she finish? Ooh.
Just can't get the ball to go.
Penaluna.
And of course, this is an elimination final, Andrew.
Yeah, so Falcons really need to get into gear and get back into this game.
After finishing second on the ladder.
Oh, great pass in there to Cunningham.
And a foul on Penaluma. Penaluma puts the hand up and acknowledges that. Having finished second on the ladder, it is not something that they would have wanted to have seen, this kind of a scoreline.
So we're out to a 26-point lead. Cunningham hoping to make this 24. Get it down to 24. Makes the first. Hits the second.
So she's been consistent from the free throw line, shooting at 50%.
Oh, great pick up there from Mocky. And this is what the Falcons need. They need to get a lot of turnovers to get back into this game.
Oh, they need a few other things as well there, Andrew, because at the moment it's been the Mocky and Cunningham show as far as the Falcons are concerned.
Missed.
O'Reilly, and that's Kelly Bowen's third foul.
Yeah, so I'll expect she'll be subbed off pretty soon.
Well, look, their big stocks are rather limited, the Falcons, because, of course, Jackie Van der Zag has been injured this season. As Elise can't get it to drop, finds a way there.
Oh, good pressure there. And Sunbury kind of making the mistake of the Falcons. No one really came in to help Penaluna under the basket. But it's worked in the Falcons' favour. 8 seconds left on the clock.
Still doesn't drop for the Falcons.
Falcons still playing the outside game, the low percentage shots.
Well, yeah, but the reality is that they'll have to do that. Look at the size between Stockholm, Penaluna and O'Reilly, let alone chucking in Courtney Ragg into the proceedings. You know, they're going to have to try and get those bigs out of under the basket there. So they're going to have to try and stretch them by getting the shots from outside. So I would expect to see Grace Beasley coming on fairly shortly. Falcons only suiting up 8 players tonight.
Yeah, where we see the Jets bench has about 10.
Yeah, so they've got their full roster there. Of course, the injuries really hurting the Falcons towards the end of the season.
Yeah, and Van der Sarg being missing has kind of made all the difference. It's really kind of hurt the Falcons.
Has indeed. Coming up a little bit later today, ladies and gentlemen, is the Youth League 1 men's game. This is the first of the grand finals, and we've got a tech here. So I think that's on the bench. So Cunningham gets that.
Yeah, and as you said, Andrew, it's pretty much been the Mocky and Cunningham show at this point.
Yeah.
Bowen just not being able to get into the groove that she normally would in these games. Shot from Cunningham.
In and out there, man. And here comes the Jets again through Chelsea Burns. O'Reilly back to
Oh, great pick up there from Donald.
She's been great this season. She really has lifted. I mean, look, she's always been a great little point guard, but nearly there.
Unlucky.
And this time it'll be on O'Reilly, I think, coming in from the side, and it is.
Yeah, so Falcons really want to try and get that foul count up, but unfortunately for them, that's only Riley's first.
Was it on O'Reilly? I thought she had a couple of others else earlier, so let's have a look at that. Oh, no. So it must have been called on Stockhill instead. Yeah, yep. Well, we're
Okay.
back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the final quarter. Final quarter in this game.
Oh, great stop there from Cunningham. And the Falcons are going to need a lot more of those if they have any hope of continuing on in this final series.
So they're down to 12.
Oh,
Beasley
good drive from
can't
Beasley.
get it to go. Mocky with the rebound.
Oh.
She's been blocked.
Stockhill, just a blocking machine for the Jets.
Yeah, Stockhill has picked up, looks like if we count 2 there, that's
Just
her
short.
third.
Just short there from Phillips.
But she's game high scorer at the moment on 18 points. So she's done a great job there. She's on 8 rebounds at the moment. 3 offensive, 5 defensive. 2 assists, 3 turnovers, and as we just said, 3 block shot, 2 or 3 block shots. Will just depend on how the statisticians saw that last passage of play there, Andrew.
And that's a second foul there for Beasley.
Yep.
And Falcons still sticking with this man. Oh, a bit of a shove, but wasn't called. Bowen from outside the 3, just off the lip. Good pick up there from Harrington. She's away.
And unfortunately, we've got games on the other court, so
And another holding
Sophie
foul against
Rourke.
the Falcons.
that's her third. Yeah, unfortunately, there are games on the other court, domestic games on the other courts, and unfortunately, we're hearing the whistles from the other courts, which is
Confusing everyone.
it is certainly well, not so much what's going on in the court here, but certainly up here in the booth, we tend to hear them fairly clearly. As O'Reilly
Great drive from O'Reilly. Just didn't finish. And Falcons, pretty confident that should be called their way, and it is.
Look, even if the Falcons go down, and again, they're 12 points, so this is the closest that they've been for a long time. Make that 10 points,
Good
Andrew.
shot. Oh, and this has become very interesting. It's a 10-point game, so if Falcons can continue this momentum, they may just surprise us all. Oh, great pass there from the Jets. Oh, I would have thought that was a block. Just missed it on the replay.
No, that was a foul.
And
What confuses you on those shots, and I can tell you because this happened to me last night in the game that we coached last night, is that the refs on that shot attempt will wait to see whether the basket is actually made before they blow the whistle. And so the initial part of it was good, but then Mocky unfortunately just dropped her hands on the follow through, and that was the contact.
Well, 2 from 2.
Back out to that 12-point gap, Andrew. 7:38 to go.
Oh, Bowen straight line to the basket.
This time she gets it.
Hits it.
Just rides the contact from Penaluma.
And look, great discipline there from Penaluna just to keep still and not give the foul away to Bowen.
Yep.
Oh.
And this time, and again, Tegan knows that was not what she wanted. That's her 4th, I think.
Yep, that's correct.
So, Tegan Cunningham and in foul trouble.
Which isn't great news for the Falcons because she's been pretty much helping them stay in this game.
And it's pushed everything out to 13 points.
Cunningham drives, gets past Penaluna.
Oh, great work there from Tegan Cunningham.
Beautiful.
Love that drive.
Oh, and this is what we want to see. We're starting to see a bit more energy from the Falcons, which we hadn't quite seen in the first 3 quarters.
So Harrington, guarded by Phillips, gets it into Penaluna. Penaluna turns, and she's been fouled.
Too disciplined there, Penaluna. So you got to be careful with players like that. They know just when and how to shoot.
And now that's both Bowen and Cunningham on 4 fouls each.
Misses. Not often you see that from her. Oh, good screen from Cunningham. Pass in
to Mocky.
It's come off the hands of Penaluna.
Yep.
Good pass to Phillips. And they've got an overlap here, so if Falcons can move it through hands, which they do. Oh,
Still
just couldn't get the shot.
She's struggled from outside tonight, hasn't she?
Yeah. Oh, good shot there.
Sophie Rourke instead. It's an 11-point game, Andrew. Can the Falcons get a stop? They need to stop. They need to score. They need to stop. And a few more scores after that. Penaluna turns, floats, doesn't go. Phillips with the rebound.
Well, they're certainly a lot closer than they have been. As it's turned over to Harrington.
Yep, that was actually Chelsea Burns.
Oh, Burns, sorry.
But I'll tell you what, Bowen very lucky there, because if she had caught it, there would have been a good chance that would have been a charge. Foul is on Courtney Ragg.
So that's Ragg's first. And timeout called by Sunbury.
Yep.
So we'll be back with you shortly. Okay, so we're back in this final quarter between the Waverley Falcons and the Sunbury Jets. Bowen has inbound. It's with Donald. Oh, good pass to Cunningham. Cunningham looks for help. Gets it to Bowen. Bowen from low post, pivots. Just off the ring. Good boards there from Burns. It's with O'Reilly now. O'Reilly kick out to Burns. Jets Falcons now playing a zone defense. Good double teaming there from the Jets. Riley gets offensive rebounds.
Well, this is to try and encourage the Jets to shoot from outside and try and get.
Oh, that's a charge.
That's a charge, yep.
That's a big ass charge.
And he lost that one. Didn't quite get the replay working properly. We'll see if we can get it again. No, we haven't got it properly. Something's going on with our replays at the moment, so.
So they're just asking for the court to be swept.
We're still having problems with the replay, so we won't worry about them at the moment.
Coach Pongetti graciously offering his services to sweep the floor without trying to be in violation by stepping onto the court.
Well, we're ready to go.
Of course, it's interesting to note that if the coach does step onto the court, he will receive a tech foul.
That's a theory. It's amazing how many times you see the coaches on the court, though.
Cunningham for three. Oh, just short.
O'Reilly with the rebound. It's back to her.
So good movement here from Sunbury so far. They've got 10 seconds left on the shot clock.
And look, I would expect the message from Kennedy to have been...
Great little pocket pick there from Donald.
Yeah, to have been use the clock. Every possession, use the clock. They have this game in the bag, and there's another foul.
Yeah.
This time on Mocky, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, that was Mocky for sure. And it looks like Burns has just kind of tweaked something in the back on that one.
Yep, so that is Mocky's fourth, I think.
Burns hits first. Yeah, that's a second for Burns. So Falcons haven't been able to break through that 10-point lead as of yet. So shot from Phillips. Good boards from Mocky. Kick out to Bowen. Bowen outside for two. Gets a lucky drop.
Finally she gets another basket.
So she's starting to heat up now, which could prove...
Too little, too late, perhaps?
I don't know. 10 points with
3.5 minutes.
3.5 minutes, it's possible.
Make that 13 points, Andrew.
Basketball is a game of seconds, as they say. Oh, good pivot there from Cunningham. Gets her own boards. Straight under the basket for two. Good energy from her. And we're seeing a good press here from the Falcons. Just putting pressure on Sunbury to try and make a mistake. Falcons have to get a stop. They have to stop Sunbury from running down the clock.
And a foul.
Yeah, that has to be a foul on Bowen from
Courtney
Rag, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Courtney Rag.
And Penalina subbing back on. She'll replace Rag.
9-point game, Andrew. 9-point game. What can the Falcons do here as Phillips gets the ball into Bowen? Bowen spins.
Shot, no good.
Jumper, no good. Coming quickly back down the court.
O'Reilly. Oh, good pass to Penaluna. Just didn't get the drop she wanted. Bowen. Ooh, almost got the unsportsmanlike. Another rejection from Stockhill.
I don't know who you give best on ground to today, as Donald has picked up the foul. That will send Sunbury to the line. No, we're still having trouble with our replays here, so we'll...
Well, Stockhill's on her double-double at this stage. And she has been playing lights out, overshadowing the likes of Penaluna and O'Reilly. So 13 points of difference now. 1 minute 40 remaining. And look, Falcons really going to need a miracle.
Mocky.
Timeout called.
Another timeout to Kevin. We'll take a quick break and be back really shortly. Let's finish it off. Yep.
So, Falcons in a lot of trouble here.
Yeah, 1:33 to go. I don't...
Oh, that's a big charge. Jeez, that was a chin shaker from Penaluna on Donald.
And Elise just stopped and looked down and apologised. So 13 points.
Tell you what, you'd be feeling that the next day.
Oh, absolutely. 13 points to the Sunbury Jets, and to put them into the next round finals. As Mocky gets the ball out. It's out with Cunningham. Cunningham's three-point attempt in and out. Been too many of those shots today for the Falcons. Harrington gets the ball into
Good pass.
She can't get it to go. Mocky with the rebound. They're still picking up stats, the Falcons, but unfortunately not on the scoreboard.
Yeah, that's a cross court. Oh, no, I thought they would have called cross court first.
It's foul called. And that's Chelsea Burns' fifth. So she's off the court. But she has done a sterling job so far, Andrew.
Yep, she's definitely made the game very hard for Donald and Beasley. But then look who's coming on now. It's Beasley.
Yeah, she'll pick up the last little bit.
Good shot there from Bowen. Beasley subs on for Donald. 36 seconds left in this game. Long two, no good. Phillips goes coast to coast. She'll look to set a play. Kick off to Cunningham into Bowen. Back to Phillips. Phillips straight through the middle. Oh, just can't sink it. One-handed Cunningham. She was looking for something from the ref, and yeah, she's got the tech from the ref.
And that'll be her 5th.
And
not that it matters so much at this point in time.
And also puts Waverley into the bonus.
I think probably refs could almost have let that go at that point in time, but it was there, so...
So stick around, guys and gals, and everyone in between, because coming up next we have the Youth 1 men. Is that right, Andrew?
That's right, in what is their first of best of 3 grand finals. So we will be back with you then. They're due to kick off in half an hour, and we'll see what happens with that. So, all right, we'll finish there and see you in the not too distant future.